Hey guys, so I have been promising a tutorial of how I do my styling, but I'm going to explain real quick what I did for my wash. I clarified with Cantu cleansing shampoo. This is I think $4 or $5 at the store, super cheap. And then I did a deep conditioning mask with the Shea Moisture Hydrate and Repair protein treatment. And I actually added a couple drops of neutral protein filler to it before I put it in my hair. I did like, I don't know, just like a palmful. And I just massaged it through my hair, squished to condition, fingered to tangle, and then I used my Denman to brush my hair upside down and smooth all the product through. Then I twisted it up in a bun just like I have now with all of it in it. And then I just finished the rest of shaving, washing myself. And that actually allows, like, the steam keeps the fall because if your hair opens, it absorbs it better. And sometimes I'll just stand in a hot shower for like 30 minutes and let the mask soak in. I didn't do that today, I kind of sped through it, but I feel like that's pretty good for your hair. And then I rinse all of it out and make sure I scrub my scalp really well. And here I am. So, I use two products, Blueberry Bliss Leave-In Conditioner and Orange Marmalade Gel. And that is all I've really needed. I've tried a lot of different products. I feel like technique matters a lot more than product. So let me show you what I do. My hair's sopping wet, which is really what I want. I have to style on wet hair. It never goes well if I style on damp hair. So I'm going to start with my leave-in conditioner. I'm going to use about that much, and I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of protein to it. So the products that I use are glycerin-free, which I have found I really need because I live in a humid state. My frizz gets out of control if I use products with glycerin. So I don't use glycerin, but these products don't have protein in them, so I add protein if I feel like my hair needs it. So I just squish to condition for a minute. That sound, that's what you want to hear. Means it's definitely wet enough. And then I brush through with my Denman. Okay, so here is where some of the magic happens. I found that people talk about it getting stuck to the back of their head, your hair. I found that from the crown of your head to the nape of your neck. So you can see it right here. Needs to go to this side. You part it straight down the center, and it needs to go to the side. Like that. And that will help it from getting stuck to the back of your head. And then the other tip that helps that is to actually go upside down. So I'm going to move the camera down here so you guys can see what I do a little bit better. Ugh. I hope this works out, guys. Oh. Okay, so I don't want to hold my hair like this because if it goes like this, it's going to get stuck here. I want to go upside down as far as my neck is comfortable going. Another trick that I learned is that some people use the Denman and brush this way, and that encourages the clumps to form in that line. I like to use the Denman brush this way because it encourages clumps to form forward and back along the length of your scalp. I just kind of rock back and forth and make sure that hair isn't stuck to my head. I brush away from my scalp. Okay. And then I actually section off a little bit. I have two trouble spots on my head. The back right here never likes to curl very well. So I'm going to actually kind of encourage it to curl using the Denman. I have a video that I posted to another page, but I'll share it here soon about how to do curls with the Denman if you're not very familiar with it. Essentially, I just kind of create a little bit of a twist just to encourage it. And I'll do that in the front right here because this section kind of struggles. Any sections that I know are problem areas on my head, I'll do this with. I've also learned that there's no such thing as a bad wash day. Because with your Denman, anytime you have a section going wonky, you can re-wet that section, use your Denman to kind of form it and dry it, and you don't have to rewash your whole head. So that's been very helpful for me. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to break up these clumps that I started to twist. Okay, so you see all the clumps, they're not stuck anywhere, they're just kind of hanging around. And then I'm actually going to take my first round of gel. I do 2 pumps this time. And I do praying hands. And some more squish to finish. I kind of move my head back and forth just to make sure nothing's getting stuck. Okay. And then I'm going to take a t-shirt. I have a microfiber towel. I think I prefer using a t-shirt. It's cheaper. Just kidding. No, I think it causes less frizz. I really don't know. I just kind of tend to prefer it. Okay. And then I don't do a ton of like up and down scrunching. I scrunch up, I pulse my hand, like squish to condish, and I hold. And then I release. If you do a ton of up and down scrunching, you're going to create a lot of frizz. You're going to break up clumps. You don't want that. You want your clumps to stay together. See how I rotate my hair back and forth? And I'll even kind of go back this way. And this way. Okay, now I'm going to do gel again. 2 more pumps. I do this 3 times. 2 pumps each time. 2 pumps each time. Okay, do this again. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the counter. Show you how I do my last gel. Okay, so this is what I'm left with right now. But if I feel like any clumps are getting stuck weird, I just separate them. You can finger coil and kind of get some shape back in there. So I go to the side, do 1 pump of gel, praying hands. And then go to the other side. 1 pump of gel, praying hands. Okay, like I said, not a ton of scrunching. I see some people that just like go crazy on the scrunching, like up and down, all over the place. That works for some people. I feel like that works if you have like really curly hair, but my hair is more wavy and it needs clumps. If it doesn't dry with clumps, then it's just crazy. So I need a lot of big clumps. So I'm gonna do this one more time. Pulse. And roll around the other side. I kind of lean back, make sure that nothing's sticking in the back of my head. The back of my head probably looks still goofy. It's okay. Like, let me show you. I have no doubt that there are pieces going wonky in the back of my head. But, can you see? I'm not concerned about it. I'm not going to try to straighten it out. My goal is not to look beautiful with wet hair. My goal is to look beautiful with dry hair. So, I'm just going to let it dry. So, on a day that I don't have anything to do, and I don't mind looking like a drowned rat, I just let it air dry like this. Okay, so I changed my mind about this section. I do not like the way it's curling, and it's right in front of my face, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna take this whole section right here that's broken up into 1,000 clumps, and I'm gonna take my Denman and run it under some warm water, soak it, and then brush through this until it's smoothed and soaked. And then I'm gonna curl it with my Denman. The thing about curly hair is that you can manipulate it quite nicely. You get it to do what you want. So I have to use my Denman on soaking wet hair. I swear if I use it on damp hair, it does not work. It just pulls my curls. I feel like I get that question all the time. Do not use my Denman on damp hair. If I have to redo a section, I soak it. Much better, guys. That's gonna hang in my face, so it needs to be pretty. All right, cool. I'll be back when it's dry. Hi, I'm back. I forgot to mention probably the most important part of this is what I'm about to show you. So I went in and I root diffused, like I said, until my roots were 100% dry, and then I've just kind of been walking around and letting my hair air dry, and I would say my hair is 80% dry. So this method that I'm about to do is actually what like really sets in tighter curls for me, and I use it to refresh any mornings that I really need that like redefined curl refresh, and it helps my hair last a good 7 days. I only wash my hair once every 6 or 7 days now. So yeah, I'm going to show you this. So right now you can see it's the curls are there. Anytime that while it was drying that I saw like a curl was going absolutely wonky, I just re-wet it and went in with the Denman because I really don't like those crazy curls. But let me show you. It's kind of what it looks like now. Some parts are a little flatter. I've found that with wavy hair, it seems like hair goes flatter a lot faster as it dries, whereas with curly hair it tends to coil tighter as it dries. So I'm gonna put my hair in a pineapple. I'm gonna shake it out a little. Not at the front of my head and not at the back of my head, but somewhere in between. Just a loose pineapple. I have not scrunched out any crunch, it's all still in there. Ooh, I forgot my gel. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I then use damp water, and I think this is actually referred to as the Smaster's method. I'm not sure, but most people don't do it with a pineapple. I found that a pineapple keeps clumps together and actually lets me make tighter, coily curls. So I dampen my hands with warm water, praying hands to redampen. Keep in mind it's already 80% dry, 20% wet. Okay, and then I'm going to scrunch. I'm actually going to get more gel, dampen, praying hands, and scrunch. Close. I've also found that since I started using this method, I have like amazing 3, 4, and 5 day hair. I think that's my favorite. I usually plan my wash day 2 days in advance of when I need it to look really good. I think wash days tend to look fabulous for like a few hours because they just have so much moisture in them for me, they fall flat pretty quick. But this method, if you use this method on dry hair, I swear it lasts days. Okay. Then I'm going to use my black orchid, and I'm going to diffuse by just holding it. If there are spirals, I'll kind of push them up for volume with my hand, but I'll just hold it and hover diffuse. And then at the end, when it's mostly dry and it has a cast, I'll do some pixie diffusing just to be careful to not make the curls go all wonky. I'll go straight up and hold it for like 15 seconds and then turn it off and release. And that just is to make sure that I'm not like setting the curls in a weird crazy direction. They're keeping their spirals, especially at the end. I hate when there's a spiral and then the end goes like the opposite direction because I pixie diffused the wrong way. So just have to be careful with that. So yeah. Oh, I should mention I'm on medium heat, medium speed. Okay, I am back. My hair is 100% dry. Look at that bounce. I love it. Okay, so real quick, if you want to know for sure that it's dry, you put your fingers in. You can feel if there's any moisture in there or not. So it's dry. As I've been playing with it, the cast is kind of mostly broken, but I'm going to fluff it out. So take it out of the scrunchie. And I'm going to use my leave-in conditioner. And just praying hands and scrunch. It's gonna have to settle a little bit. It looks kind of crazy right now, but it does settle down.
As we do that, our perspective changes. We really start to take hold of our role as managers, stewards of the resources God has placed in our hands. What you do with this resources is what your legacy is all about. Here's the problem.
This is what I'm left with.
Actually work. If you do the things I teach,
And the conditioner will soak in a little bit. My husband's listening to the podcast. Okay. Now, I've just got to let it settle because it's a little bit crazy right now. But I will show you the final product, I guess, when it's settled.